Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
That's right, my sister.
I'm kind of jealous of her, Tiffany Haddish.
Hey.
Queen Haddish.
Thank you. It's nice to hear that a man is jealous of me.
Let me tell you why I'm
You
jealous.
got a lot of reasons
Tell me
to be
why
jealous
you
of her.
jealous.
Tell me
He
why.
wants a
Because I've been
vagina. He wants a
dating men.
vagina.
I seen you with that ass yesterday.
And that's the reason. You know, the first one, I don't know if it was the first time
That's
or
the
second
reason
time,
because of her ass.
Tiffany came up here. Charlamagne gave Tiffany a pendant, right? Just for doing well and saying he's proud of you, my sister. So Charlamagne gave me a box yesterday, right? So I remember that he gave you the pendant. There's some diamonds in it and everything. So I said, you know what? Maybe he got me a pendant to say he's proud
In
of
that
me.
big, heavy box.
I didn't know. And then I opened it up and it was an ass.
But he got me what I like. It was a Who Framed Roger Rabbit pendant. That's what I like, right?
Right.
You obviously like ass.
That's right.
So he
I
got
got him
you
what
some
he
ass.
liked.
Oh my God.
And it got the nuts right there, too. It got the testicles on it.
Can I touch it?
Yes.
Oh
Is
my
that
God.
cheating now? You just touched Charlamagne's butt.
All right, Tiffany.
You know what, Tiffany?
I like to smack a good ass.
That makes me think that
Especially a man ass.
That makes me think you smack ass during sex, and some guys get real funny with that.
No, I don't smack men's asses during sex
You
unless
don't?
they ask me to. I don't do nothing to a man unless he asks me
Got to
to.
get consent.
You have to get
Yeah,
consent.
that's because, they not finna be trying to pull no case on me.
Yeah, you
But
rich
wait.
enough to get me too. Me
Guys,
too.
guys do that to girls all the time. They don't ask. Like, is it okay?
No,
if
I make it. I say, look, unless I ask for this, don't do nothing outside because I will turn around and punch you. So don't do nothing extraordinary. Or if you want to do something extraordinary, you better talk to me about it first. Because otherwise, I might pop off. Like, don't touch my neck. I got neck issues.
What you mean,
like,
neck
I don't
issues?
like getting kissed on the neck.
You
Don't
get
touch
tickled,
my neck.
sure?
No, like I got PTSD. I've been choked a few times.
Okay.
So don't just come at my neck. You got to let me know that that's happening. Don't whisper things in my ear. I might pop you. Like, I got reflex issues. You know, I got issues.
So if a man's having sex with you, he got to ask
I'm
to choke?
I'm a titty down type of chick.
Okay.
And you go from the tits down.
So wait, but what about kissing on the mouth? Are you okay?
Yeah, no, okay.
That's
We can kiss in the mouth. But you
Okay.
still need to ask if you can kiss me first. You can't just be like, I'm like, what's going on? Like, yeah, you got to ask if you can come in my space.
How has your dating and sex life changed since, your star has risen the way it has? You can't just be out here doing things you used to do.
Well, you got that right, because, I used to just date dope dealers and police. But now, but now, like, okay, for 2020, I'm about whoever like me, you come at me. Yeah, you just got to meet my criteria.
What's the criteria?
My criteria is, you got to have good credit, your own career, have things going on outside of, trying to focus on me 110%. Now, I want you to focus on me, but I also want you to have your own universe. You need to be building a kingdom, okay? I need to see a man that's building a kingdom because I want to be with a king.
Word.
Also, can't have like a whole bunch of kids, and I really, if you got kids, I want them to be pretty much grown. I don't want to be having to teach them how to do anything.
So 16 and higher.
At 20. 20.
She's not trying to pay for college.
20 and higher. And if you got grandkids, I'm not finna mess with that because I don't want no grandpa D. Don't nobody want the grandpa dick, you know what I'm saying? And then, fun, gotta have fun, gotta like to travel, and you don't have to be extraordinary in the bed, but you need to be good.
What about what line of business? Like, would you want somebody that is in the same business you're in or not?
I don't care what business they
doesn't
in, as long
matter.
as they got a business.
Okay.
I want a man that has some ownership of his stuff.
That's
Because some people feel like if you don't know this whole Hollywood business, you get really jealous when somebody's on set and they don't understand it. And
Yes, girl. I dated this one dude who was an engineer. He was fine. Okay, fine. Had property, all of that. But then he would come to set, see me on set, and people would be like, "Oh, I love you, Tiffany. I love you." Like, "Oh, they love you. Were you sleeping with them? You doing this with them? Why he love you? Why she love you? You
Damn.
sleeping with them?" And I'm like, "No, that's just their way. That's just how people talk. Like, if they got love for you, they got love for you. Like, nah, you must be sleeping with that person." I'm like, if I was sleeping with that person, I would not be dealing with your ass. I'd be dealing with that person. But, because once you sleep with me, it's a wrap.
Now, what happened with Chingy? I got to bring up Chingy for the time, because you and Chingy went back and
Why
forth.
we
we
only
don't-
5 minutes in and you bringing up
She
Chingy?
talking about sleeping. It's a
She
rap.
got a movie coming out
She
Friday?
said rap. We're going to get to the movie.
Yeah, that's what. Okay,
It's a good
you gotta
segue.
understand. This is back in the early 2000s. I was young. I did not know how to use my feminine wiles the way I know how to use them now. Okay, I'm a grown ass woman. Now I know how to move back. See. Then I would just lay there.
Okay.
It'd be like, and see, that's easily forgotten. Now I hump back. I even pull out. I got moves
I
now.
love
When
Wow.
talking about
She said I got moves.
when talking about chinging, you got to say lay there, lay
Yeah,
there,
lay there. They gotta lay there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's so funny. That whole situation is hilarious.
He ain't
You know,
claim-
I don't really want to make him famous,
Yeah, he didn't claim it though.
but he didn't claim it. You know what's funny is he didn't remember.
Okay.
And then his brother has said something to him like, yo, he slid in my DMs. I can show you the DMs. He slid in the DMs like, we need to have a conversation. I don't know what the hell you talking about. And you was into my brother. I was like, no. I was with you first, then you humped my homegirl, so then I humped your brother.
Damn it,
Okay.
man.
Oh, so you hump chicken and his brother?
Yeah.
Who
both
looks
of
better,
them.
him or his brother? Or who was better back then?
You know, let's be honest. When I hooked up with his brother, I was pretty tipsy. They both kind of looked the same. They both were the same on the looks department. But
Gracious.
I was sleepy with Chingy. I was pretty sleepy with that. I
Okay.
mean, really, I shouldn't count neither one, but I count all activities.
All
Goodness
right,
gracious.
fair enough.
Well, that's the past.
That's
Okay.
the past.
in the
That is
past.
the
That's
past.
in the past.
You had a
know?
you had a maturation process last year. You had your bar mitzvah.
Yeah, bat mitzvah.
Bat mitzvah.
I
Bat
don't have-
mitzvah.
Yeah,
That
I'm a
look
girl.
dope. That
I'm
look-
a girl.
That look popping.
Yeah, it was popping. It was like the party of the year for me. I had a blast. It was a lot of hard work getting up to it because I had to learn Hebrew and learn. I did the Vietza. That was my portion of the Torah, which is basically in Genesis, and I talk about how Jacob had the dream about the ladder and the angels going up and down the ladder, and I had to teach about what I learned. So that's about what
And
it
I
is.
see you rocking the Star, David. It's interesting because you went to how you pronounce it?
Eritrea.
Eritrea a few times. That's Africa, but it got you closer to your Jewish heritage,
Yeah,
right?
got closer to my roots all the way around, you know. But let's be honest. When I was 15, 16 years old, I started doing bar and bat mitzvahs, so I was already kind of close to it. My grandma was telling me that's what my father was, and you know, I didn't know if she was telling me that just to be telling me so I could get the job doing the bar and bat mitzvahs, so I could make some money, so I could stop asking her for money, or if it was true, right? And then I finally met my father at 27, and then he told me it was true, and that you know, when he was on alcohol and drugs and stuff, and the Christian saved him, so he considered himself a Christian Jew, right? But in our blood, that's what it is, and still I didn't all the way believe him. And then when I went to Eritrea, and you know, I started talking to the people, started talking to my family members, and found out, you know, there's a lot of things that's going on there. Like it's illegal to be certain religions. It's illegal to practice your certain beliefs depending on what you are, or if you press it on other people and stuff. And but things have changed. Things are changing now, and I'm happy about that. But there's a lot of change that needs to come there. So when all that happened, I realized, like, dang, you know, in the black community, we don't have anything that says I'm an adult now. That's all those things have been stripped from us when we were brought here to America, right?
real.
And so there's nothing that says, okay, you're an adult. Like there's quinceañeras for Spanish people. There's, you know, bar and bat mitzvahs for others. You know, white people just inherit land and get their businesses. Their business. You know, everybody has something, but we don't have anything that says you're an adult. And I was talking with you know, some of my friends, and they're like, hey, I've been to jail 3 times. I'm a grown man. That don't make you no grown man.
That's
just
real.
because you went to jail. That means that makes you a bad criminal.
That's right.
You're not good at crime.
That's right.
what that make you. Stupid. So I felt like, you know, I wanted to do something to show my people that, like, if you dig, like I went ahead and did my 23andMe, and everything my father said was true. Everything my mama said was not true. She think that we like Blackfoot, Indian, Navajo, or something like that. Ain't no Native American.
Native American.
No Blackfoot Indian, unless those Blackfoots came from Africa, from Nigeria, and came here, and then they was like, we got here before Christopher Columbus, and then, which probably is what happened. But there's no Native American in my blood, but I got that East African, I got some European, I got, you know, some Hebrew, I got all these things in me. So I said, I'm gonna honor it. I'm gonna take advantage of this. I'm gonna learn the Hebrew. I'm gonna just study the religion, and it's not that far off from like Jehovah's Witnesses, where I grew up around, and in Baptist church. It's not that far off. And I don't know if you ever been to a temple, a Jewish temple, but you gotta go, because they be in there singing, okay?
Yeah.
Really?
They sang.
Like black gospel choir
they
singing?
sing. Now, I don't know about like black gospel choir singing, but they sang. They get it in. They're like, Yah Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu. Like they get it in. They get it in. I'm like, okay. I can rock with this.
Did you get any backlash to that at all? Because
Yeah, I
I know
was
sometimes
wondering
black
about
people
that.
like, now we Baptist or we Catholic or.
Yes, some people have said things like, "Oh no, you black. That's what you are. You know, you black, you Christian, you this. You don't know, because there's black everything.
Right.
There's
Right.
black people all over the world, and religion is one thing, and blood is another thing.
You can choose your religion.
You can choose your religion. And
And we original man and woman anyway.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
And when you do your real true research about the Hebrews and the Jews and the Israelites and all that, you find out that they look a lot like us sitting in this room right now. So maybe somebody stole some of the Jewish religion. Anyway, let me shut up. I don't have to be like some people stole from the get-go, but because you can choose. Because you have the right to choose, which we should have the right to choose, especially in certain states.
How has the Jewish community reacted to that? Like even
Most have embraced me and been very happy about it. Happy that I'm, talking about it, that I'm bringing awareness to it and bringing people closer to it. I haven't received just a few things like people like, oh, it's your dad. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. But if you go back to when that was determined, when that law was implemented, that you're only Jewish if your mother is Jewish, you have to remember there was no DNA testing. And then the saying, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. You don't know where mama been, right? So you automatically, whatever she is, that's what you are. But if you read the Torah, if you read the Bible, it's whatever your father is, you inherit the sins of your father, right? You inherit those things. And so you inherit his blood, his religion, his whatever. So I did the research, got my DNA test. That's my daddy. That's in my blood. That's what I am.
So they can't accuse you of cultural appropriation because that's your culture, part of it.
And if I was cultural appropriating, what's it to you? Because let's be honest, on my mama's side, we was raped. There's plenty of white blood on that side. I can't claim that.
True.
You telling me, because I could say I'm white. I could say that. You can look at my 23andMe and you will see the European in me.
I think it's very strange when people that are on that aren't you try to tell you what you are. When you have so many different components to yourself, like because I'm half Chinese and half black, people would be like, well, you're not black. I'm like, how am I not black? This is the dumbest thing I ever heard.
The stupidest thing, right? You are a little bit of everything. I'm an onion, baby. Peel me back. I'm going to make you cry.
You got
and
layers.
Taste delicious.
Now, before we get into your movie, I did want to say I'm happy that you're up here because I loved your Netflix series that you did with introducing comedians who they've been
ready.
around.
Yeah,
they
were ready.
But I thought you did a great job with that, just how you curated the talent that was on there. And I thought it was amazing. Like some of the comedians I didn't know of before. And I watched every single one and it was hilarious. And I was like, I think that's so dope that you actually put that together and put your girls on and people that you had
dope.
came up with
Really
and
dope.
everything.
Yeah,
So-
well, it's I noticed in this business, I've been doing stand-up since I was 16 years old. So that's back in the 1900s when I started. And a lot of people have told me over the years, oh, Tiff, I got your back. I'm going to put you on this. I'm going to do this for you. Oh, I got you. Don't worry. I got you. And they never have you. They never got you. And I am a person, like, I believe your word is everything. Your word is who you are. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you don't do it, then I think you're a piece of shit, personally. Like, don't promise something that you can't give. And if you can't give it, say, hey, I thought I could do this, but I can't. Like, be honest and open. But when you sell false dreams and false hope, I think that's some bull crap. And, and I hate it. So when I got to where I'm at, and even though I'm not on the top, but I had a little bit of power and I had a little bit of leverage where I could have just kept all the money myself. I could have been like, I know I said if I get up, I'm gonna pull y'all up, but I can't. And I could have kept the money and just kept it pushing and bought me even a bigger house. But no, I decided, you know what? No, y'all give me that more money, but instead of giving it all to me, we gonna give these other comic specials. We gonna give them a substantial amount of money because they've been putting in all these years. They deserve it because when you go do these clubs, they'll hand you $100. You done did 10 shows and they hand you $100 like you winning. No, I'm not winning. The gas I spent to get here, the hotel room that I pay for, like
You get 2 free drinks?
yeah, and a chicken dinner.
And you got to bring 20 people to pay to get in.
Yeah, it's like it's a lot of shenanigans that go on, and I feel like stand-up comedy is probably the least respected out of all the arts, but the hardest to do.
And harder for women.
Way harder for women because it's a boys club. So you got to be hard. You got to go ham or whatever. And then if you too feminine, then they like, they trying to sleep with you. I tell you, you're not funny because you pretty and all these different things. And you have to like block all that out and stay focused, keep going, take the pay cut, get a little extra job on the side or whatever to survive. And I mean, I know some comics who have just been like, well, F it. I'm going to do the stand up and I'm going to sleep with this dude to be on this tour or whatever. And You don't know who they are now. They've gone to they've given up, and they were some of the funniest women I've ever met. But they allowed themselves to be, I feel like I call it you let somebody compromise your spirit. You know, when you decide, okay, I'm gonna sleep with this person to get to this. That's compromising your soul right there. Instead of saying, no, I'm valuable regardless of whatever you want from it sexually. I'm valuable, and I'm not giving up my body just so I can be on stage. I think that's not a good move. Like, don't do that because it messes with your soul.
Well, that's the beauty of empowerment, though, right? Because you're able to lift people's spirits up while them other guys were breaking it down.
Yeah.
Flame Monroe will kill somebody for you.
And I will kill somebody for
Flame
Monroe.
was up here and was like, look, Tiffany is the only person that kept her word. She met me and she said, if I make it, I'm going to pull you up. She pulled me up and she said, if anybody says anything left about Tiffany, I will body them, and I believe it.
And Flame will body you and punch you like a grown-ass man.
Yeah, we just need Flame. We need Flame punching men, though. He can't be punching on the women that got beef with
No.
you.
He won't punch on no woman.
Okay.
He won't do that. He probably will send somebody. Probably have his girlfriend that looked like a man. Punch the hell out. I've met Flame's boyfriend, girlfriend.
Which means?
I had a little get together, and I was like, dang, this dude handsome as hell. This a sexy ass man. Flame was like, got the same thing you got. I was like, are you sure? Because this is a sexy ass man. Flame was like, no, that's a woman, and you better get away from my cookie. I was like, oh, okay.
Flame is controversial. Do you worry about your reputation and your brand when you associate with Flame? Because he gets a lot of backlash.
No, I don't worry about it at all. See, Flame is getting backlash because Flame is being honest.
That's right.
I get backlash because I'm honest. People say, oh, Tiffany, you loud and obnoxious, or you being stereotypical, or you setting the black community back 100 years, and I just kind of laugh at that because 100 years ago, a person like me wouldn't even be in existence. They would kill me because I'm speaking my mind. I'm creating opportunities for other black people. I'm producing and I'm making sure every person of color is getting an opportunity. I would be dead.
Right.
Let's be honest. If anything, I'm opening the door and setting us forward as many years as possible. I'm talking about generational wealth as much as I possibly can to other black people. I would be killed for that because I'm trying to advance people. I'm trying to advance us.
That's right.
That's.
I don't even know how you have enough time in the day to do all the things that you do, because then you had your own special and you really owned like a lot of different things on there. Very honest.
Black Mitzvah.
About that. And then obviously you have movies, you have The Last OG, you have so many different things going on. Like, what's a typical day like?
A typical day is very hectic. I wake up probably about 6 or 7 in the morning, wash my ass, get dressed, go to, it might be a rehearsal, it may be we shooting, I'm very meticulous with my schedule, and I try to give myself, an hour to 2 hours just for me, and then everything else is work, and then I try to be done by 10 o'clock, midnight, and see who want to take me to dinner. I'll be hungry.
I want to go back to something you said, because, people love to say Tiffany Haddish be cooning, and I'm like, Tiffany, the same Tiffany that I've known all these years, so why now that she's successful, y'all say she's cooning? How does that make you feel when people say that?
I think they say that because they notice that white people is paying attention to me. You know what I noticed? White people don't never say about another white person, oh, they being wiggers, or they an embarrassment to the white community. They might say something about Trump or whatever. They might hate on Trump, but other than that, they never reject their own. But black people would be so quick to reject you or try to say you are making us look bad, which makes me believe they want me to be something that I'm not, which makes me believe they jealous of me because I'm being myself and they can't be themselves because they've been being fake for so long that it hurts them to see me living just who I am and how I am.
What do you think about Chet Hanks' patois at the Golden Globes?
I thought that was hilarious. And I'm like, whoever is fucking him is blowing his mind. That Jamaican girl, it must be Patrick. Patrick must got him talking about pull up to my bumper. She converted him. Okay, that's a conversion right there. That's that good monkey right there.
I heard he got a Jamaican baby mama.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. If he got a Jamaican baby mama, she put that smack down. She changed his DNA, okay? She changed him. She changed his vocal cords.
Now you got Like a Boss coming out Friday.
Yes.
Like a Boss.
It's about lifelong best friends and remaining friends. Do you have friends from childhood that you?
Yeah, I got like 3 besties, and all of them except for one. Well, two of them come from like junior high, and the other one from high school. We have all been together. And then one, my latest best friend, I would say since I've been divorced. And so 3 besties that we ride or die. But I got like, I was looking at that the other day. All my friends I've had for at least 10 to 20 something years.
That's a good thing. They
Like,
know you.
That's an amazing
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, they know me very well, and I would like to think that I'm a very good friend. Like, if we need to go fight somebody, well, let's go fight.
Can't be fighting
now.
now.
That
Can't
I-
fight
look,
now.
look, now
But they
that
will
I'm
calm
on
you
this level,
down.
Now
Okay.
that I'm on this level, you know, I call some goons.
There you go. There you go.
Because real friends will calm you down when you're about to do something that could jeopardize anything you have
But
going on.
sometimes
You're-
you need an ass whooping though. Sometimes
Nah,
people
you're
need
real.
an ass
You don't got to
whooping.
do it though.
No,
You're
Yeah,
real
you don't
friends.
got to do it, but you could be like, you know what? This is what my favorite thing to say. My favorite thing to say when somebody mess with me, I like to say, I'm going to snatch your soul, and you ain't going to know it happened.
That
And
works
leave
in
it
the
alone.
bedroom too.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Well,
some
yeah, you
voodoo.
say, no. In the bedroom, you say, I'm about to suck the soul out of you. And I'm going to mind control you with all of this.
She did that good.
I'm a beast. I'm a beast.
When do you feel like it's an appropriate time to cut off longtime friends? Because I'm sure some people you got to cut off. They just not growing with you.
Yeah, some people you got to cut off. And you know, I have no problem telling them, look, I love you. I love seeing you. But I can't be close to you no more because you got to advance. You got to grow. And they might be like, oh, you think you better than me? Whatever. I know you said that. I didn't say that. I just said you got to advance.
Level up. Have you ever done business with one of your best friends?
Yes, I have done business with my friends. I had a friend that was my assistant. And
How'd it work out?
Well, she not my assistant no more, but we still besties. I still
Right.
take care of her, like I babysit or whatever.
How'd you
She
fire
comes-
her though?
How did I fire her? I was like, girl, this ain't gonna work.
I want us to be friends.
Yeah, I want us to be friends. I love you very much, and you know, your schedule and my schedule ain't coinciding. You know, and it was a dynamic change, you know, because
Yeah.
I used to be like her little follower. Anything she wanted to do, I was right there with her, following her everywhere. She was the popular one, all that. And then the dynamic changed, and I know it threw her for a little bit of a
Right.
loop. And she said, she's like, dang, this is crazy. I knew you would blow up, but I didn't expect it to be like this. And I'm like, well, I did. I expected it to be like this. I planned in my mind that I was gonna be busy. I'm gonna do these things, and we still she still checks my emails for me and my schedule and let me know I need to be somewhere. That's how good of friends we are.
That's dope.
Like she got all the passwords, everything, keys to my house. If you know, she knows where all the bodies is buried. Even though I done already told everybody where they buried anyway. But she got the details.
Yeah, because
And-
that's what Like a Boss is, right? Best friends and y'all are in business together, but that does hurt friendships sometimes.
Yeah, when you don't communicate. When you don't communicate and don't be honest about what's really going on, about your feelings about something, that's when I think, a relationship can be damaged. When you're not being open and honest, when you're afraid that this might hurt this person's feelings. It's all about how you say it. And sometimes friends, you hurt each other's feelings. But sometimes through that pain is how you grow.
Right.
And if you're not willing to be open and honest with your friends and say, like, look, you messing up right now, or I don't like the way you talk to me, or how you treating people is messed up, or, if you're not willing to do that, then you're not really a friend anyways. You just like a branch on a tree that's going to fall off eventually.
That's real.
That's true.
When you talk about those bodies, right? I'm surprised more men don't be standing up saying they slept with Tiffany Haddish.
They might not
just for the
remember. Let's
attention.
be honest. Let's be
Goodness
honest.
gracious.
They
Tiffany.
might not remember because I was really skinny then, and when I was in my whole phase, I was really skinny, and I'd be in and out. And they might have glimpses like, I think I fucked her. I'm not sure.
Plus, that's a corny thing to do for a guy to just out of nowhere be like, I've
Guys have
It's
been
a lot of
corny
corny
recently.
niggas out
This
there
is
nowadays.
corny.
They've been
it's
corny
dudes-
recently.
There are dudes out here that claim that they slept with me, which I know for a fact they did not.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, no, we didn't do it. You gave me some head, but we
Right,
didn't
that's
do
not
it,
sleeping
sir. I mean,
together.
I might have jacked you off in the car, but we didn't do it.
You remember that? You remember the guy that just gave you head?
I remember everybody.
Wow.
I remember the ones that kiss really bad. I count everybody. The finger bangs, all that. I count it
The
all.
finger bangs?
I count it all, baby.
Jeez.
Anything where some juices is present, I count it. Now, if we was just dry humping, I don't count that. The dry hump, the
a
high
dry hump
school
should count a little something.
No.
Okay, when's the last time you jacked somebody off? Because do people still do
Jesus
that?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
The last time I did that was last summer.
Really?
Last summer?
Yeah, last summer.
Now you was popping last summer now.
Was that a house or car?
It was in a hotel room.
Do you use lotion or is it dry? Or you spit in
Spit.
your hand? Okay.
and look him in his eye. Look him dead in his eye.
What level of nigga we talking about now? Is this a celebrity or is this?
This is a basic realtor.
That's what I'm saying.
Basic realtor. A realtor.
Y'all get to have sex with him, that was it.
Nah, I didn't want to have sex with him. Nah.
Damn it, man.
Nah.
That was it. Guy, go
That was
smack
like
him on his ass.
was that like
later.
a sympathy?
I didn't smack him on his ass.
How you don't let a realtor close? How you don't let a realtor close?
I'm not taking this house. Was that like a sympathy, Jack? Like, I'm not gonna have sex.
It was like.
Thank you. She got the
It was
property.
like, I got a great discount.
Oh man.
He is handsome, but it wasn't enough for me. You know,
Right.
so like it's like, you want to, and then you like, let me see it. And then you like, when it's out, then you like, I don't want to, he's a nice person.
Right.
And I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Like, put that back. Like,
he
Sarah,
had-
It was a
put it
sympathy.
back.
He had a small
It
dick.
It wasn't a sympathy thing. It wasn't a sympathy, but I wanted to be, I want him to remember me.
It sounded like the
always.
dick turned you off, Tiff. You had a little dick.
Or was it a smell?
It wasn't little. I've have experienced bad smells.
Smegma.
Experience what?
Circumcised?
Bad
I've experienced
smells.
that a bad smell.
Oh.
Like a dude pulled his thing up. We was in the car on a date, and we was on our way to the restaurant, and he didn't. We stopped at a light, and I started smelling something. I was like, what is that? He was like, can you help me make it go down? I was like,
Ew.
that stinks. Like, no. And why are you pulling out? I didn't ask to see it. Like, you didn't even feed me yet. And he was like, please make it go down. It's so hard. Make it go down. So I smacked the hell out of it.
Oh my God.
What age is that? Yo,
And
can
it
you
went
make
down.
it go down? Please help me.
Man, that's like 24.
Goodness
He must
gracious.
have been hugging the block.
Man, I was like, I don't know what that smell is, bro. Did you just come from the gym? You just finished fucking with some dirty chick? I don't know, but yeah, that was some dirty dick.
Ugh.
Thank you.
So you like non-celebrities then? You want like a regular dude?
I
pretty
like
much.
all men.
Yeah.
All men. It don't matter what he do as long as he got his own business. I told
Black,
you.
white, Asian.
It don't matter. It's a man is a man. I know some people get mad. What the cat said, I'll be catering to the white man or something. Or, what did he say? I'll be
Damn, I done forgot about that.
always
now.
flirting with the white man.
Are you only date white men or something?
Nah,
You married to a white man? I don't
I
remember.
slept with many black. He said I was married to a white man.
Yeah.
I thought that was
On the
hilarious
last
'cause
OG.
Huh? Yeah, on the last OG,
You
I'm
are
married to a white man. Yeah. But the father of my children black on that show, right? But look, I'm about any kind of man, and I haven't dated a lot of white men in my past. I have dated some. They cool, they smell like milk.
Smell like milk.
And the older they are, the older the milk smell. And when they get wet, they smell like puppies. And I love puppies. Some of them do smell like puppies. That might be messed up to say, but I know I ain't
I
the
always
only
thought it was
person.
full-grown wet dog. I ain't.
You thought wet dog?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe because the ones I've been dealing with is a little young. Maybe
Goodness gracious.
Now, did you have a chance to watch Kevin Hart's docuseries?
Yes.
I thought he did a great job with that
You
too.
did do a great job. People
And
gonna
see
be
him.
like, Tiffany Haddish,
I
they
know.
white people smell like dogs.
I'm trying to move it on. I'm trying to move it along.
Definitely a headline. Tiffany Haddish, white people smell
She
like
dates
dogs.
underage white men that smell like pumpkins.
She thinks white men smell like milk. And I do. I'm lactose intolerant.
You always ask something at your crib. So do you cook?
Yeah,
You
I
cook,
cook
you
very
cook
well.
everything. Really? So what do you
She
cook?
cooks
What's
like
your,
a motherfucker.
I don't cook chitlins or stuff like that.
why do you say chitlins?
Because you said everything, and that made me think like he thinks I cook chitlins. I don't cook chitlins, but I cook a lot of things.
No,
Like
Tiff
what?
cooks.
Like
Yeah.
what do you cook? What's your dish?
Well, I got a lot of dishes. I'm Haddish. Okay, I can do all the dishes. But people love my baked chicken, my pot roast,
Collard greens.
my collard greens. My collard greens is everything. My cabbage that I make. Oh, I make this garlic soup that's off the chain. I gave some to Sarah Silverman. She's like, please make me another pot. I'll pay you to make me a pot. What else do I be making? My fried chicken is off the chain.
So you're gonna do a
Everybody love my
cooking show
fried
then?
Mac and
That's what it
cheese.
sounds like. You gonna do a cooking show
Well,
too?
I
Or a
mean, look,
cookbook.
I am the only human being that's ever been on the label of Laurie's seasoning salt.
Hey.
So that says a lot about what I do. And that company's been around for over 100 years, and they've never put a
Absolutely.
human on any of the Laurie's bottles. but they put Tiffany Haddish on there, called it Tiffany Haddish, Larry Seasoning Salt. She ready.
She ready.
Why is that important for you to do with people you work with? Because I saw Billy Porter say how you used to cook every Sunday. Like, is that like a bonding thing?
It's
or?
important to me because I feel like when we work together, especially if it's a movie about fellowship and friendship, that we need to have that. We need to have that chemistry. If if I've never met you before, I've never spent time with you, I need to spend some kind of time with you. And we in a different state, away from our families. Like, it's good to have some camaraderie and bonding. And everybody was bringing dishes over, and I would do it every Sunday. And we play spades, and we play all these like family games and stuff. And we would eat really good. And Salma Hayek would bring tequila, so then people just started spilling their truth. And then then we went to a strip club one night. We had a great time.
How was the strip club?
It was off the chain. We went to Swinging Riches. I don't like going to them regular strip clubs.
Selma Hayek went to?
No, Selma Hayek didn't go that night. But me
I was
going to
say, because she's in this movie.
Yeah, she
and
is.
And the guys in here, they were like, hold on, Selma Hayek?
Selma. But see, Selma was at the house. They had one of the strippers come to the house, and
y'all had a party
because it was around my birthday, and so they had one of the male strippers come to the house, and he did a dance.
It was a male strip club.
Oh yeah, I only go to male strip clubs. I only want to see the dick swing. Like. Did I say that?
I was about to say, because you said you took Billy Porter. I was like, huh?
Yeah, I took Billy Porter.
So it was a male strip club. Okay.
Yeah, male strip club, Swinging Riches in
Swinging
Atlanta.
dicks.
Yeah.
Do they have the sock cover thing on?
No, they get fully naked.
Oh,
they get fully naked.
I've never been to a fully naked one.
Girl, let me tell you something.
Oh,
the
my
ones
goodness.
with the bigger things, they don't dance that much, but they look nice. But the ones with the smaller ones, it's like Circus Soleil in there. They dance their ass off.
It's actually really fun. The first time I went with a bunch of my girls, and they were not with it. But then when we got there, they had such a great time. But the guys, they said they have to like tie the sock around because it cuts off the circulation and makes them stay hard.
Joey behind you shaking his head like, yup. That's exactly how it goes.
Yeah.
You like
dance,
going right, Joey?
What? You dance? No, I go to
He said you dance. Well, you don't dance.
But Joey, have you been to this place, Monster, out here in New York? Like,
Oh, I want to
Joey was
go.
like, no.
yeah, Monster Bar.
Joey, let's go.
There's a place out here in New York called Monster Bar, and like certain nights of the week they have male go-go dancers, and then there's like a boom boom room in the back. They don't let ladies in the back boom boom room, but when you got celebrity status like me, they let you in the back. Now I didn't spend more than $20, but I did have a good time.
surprised at
I
you.
never spend more than $20.
Why?
Because they're
That's
men.
hard
They're
work.
supposed to pay me. They lucky they get to be around me.
How does Billy Porter act in the strip club? Because he acts so pristine. How does he act in the strip
singles?
club?
Or no, y'all don't throw
No, we throw singles. Yeah, we throw singles, or we tuck them. You tuck them. You fold them and you.
I thought they
tuck
were
them.
naked though.
You tuck it.
Under the
Okay,
testicles?
Yeah, between the balls and the
wanna know.
thing.
Okay, in the tank.
No, I don't want to know. No.
Let me
Show us
where
how
the
you
money
do
can
it.
go. You
Let me
got a
give her a
dollar.
dollar.
The money can go like right there, right?
Yeah, you tuck it there, or you tuck it on this
There you go.
side.
Okay.
There you go,
And
Tim.
under the ball, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can hit them with the.
Oh,
you do
my
it like
goodness.
this, right?
Right.
You
Okay.
fold it like this, like
Okay.
this. This is a proper way. This is proper male club etiquette.
And this is Charlamagne's butt right here.
Okay.
Charlamagne's butt.
You hit them with this right in here, like
Got
that.
you.
Right, or you come around the front.
Let me
you-
lift it up. Let me take
you
it out.
Oh, my
take it out.
goodness.
Oh, let me take it out.
Oh damn.
It's heavy.
All right, turn around and put it over your butt.
Yeah. So then you can come around the back from the back of
Okay.
them, and you between the penis and the balls, you lift a little bit. You don't actually touch it with your hands. You use the money and you lift and you tuck it up in there like
Got
that,
you.
and then the thing fall on it and it holds the money in.
So you got it in me. So next time you're in the male strip club, you know exactly where to put the dollar. Okay? How was Billy in the strip club? Billy Porter.
And he was cool. He was still being very, Billy.
Yeah.
But he's like, yes, sir, yes, dance, yes, dance. And he talks like this. And his husband was there, and his husband's like, yeah. And they're like, we're gonna go to the boom boom room, Tiffany. I was like, if I was you, I would stay right here because this is where it's happening. And they went to the boom boom room, and then Billy and his husband come back, and they was like, the boom boom room is whack. I said, it's more out here. And they was like, yeah, right. And then I had walked past this one guy. His name is, I think his name is Mustang, or I call him Shaka Zulu because he got on these, he have on always these very eclectic shorts or whatever. And I had walked past him, and the stage is up, and I thought he punched me in the top of the head, but he had dropped his thing on my head, and it was real heavy. And I was like, I ran over to Billy. I said, did he just punch me in the head? He said, no, he dropped that D on your head. I said, well, I got to go back over there. That was heavy. And then I grabbed it and I sang a song in it.
You sang a song in his dick?
Like a mic.
Wow.
And gave him,
You was
I gave
rocking
him
the mic.
$4.
Now you speaking of singing songs,
got my
I
money back.
I noticed in a lot of the stuff you do now, your stand-up specials, even in Like a Boss, you got music in there.
Yes. I think music is like very it's close to comedy so much. You know, it's about music. Comedy is about like musicality, and music is about, they have comedy, whatever, you know, they say every musician wants to be a comedian, every comedian wants to be a musician, and I believe that. And
that's true, because Tank trying to tell jokes now.
Yeah, I know. He been trying. Anyways, I
haven't heard it. Is he any good?
So like I was saying,
R&B singer Tank?
Yeah, he's doing stand-up.
He all right. I've seen him a few times. He all right. I mean,
he's working on it.
Yeah, it takes time. You know, it took me a long time. It'll take him time, and you know, as you grow, you grow. But I like to make songs, and I don't want like people like you coming out with an album. No, I just want to put all my music in my projects, and like I'm producing things that I'm not necessarily in, but still, if my song is in there, then it's like I got my footprint on it. I'm in there. So
we have a song we can play now?
That's another check too, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did a song with Snoop, you know, the theme song for They Ready, and then I got Snoop on it, and so now that's in Like a Boss.
Well, let's play a song. Can we play that song?
What song you want to play? You got a bunch of them. You got the joint with Ty Drake.
Yeah, the Drip-isha song that I sang at the Netflix party at the Golden Globes. I got another song called Get Your Baby Daddy. I got another song. I got a bunch of songs, but I like the Drip-isha song. No, do our thing.
Out there.
What's the one you say you like, Taylor? Oh, that was a Ty Drake song. I might have been a Ty Drake song.
Drip-isha. Play the Drip-isha. You the Drip-isha good.
Right, so let's get that on now. You know she got to go.
Okay.
She gotta
go right now.
I got another song called Too Much that Rich Harrison produced. Yeah, I got a lot of songs. I got like six songs.
Are you gonna do a whole album?
No, I'm gonna do soundtracks for my movies and TV shows. The theme song for Kids Say the Darndest Things. That's me. I wrote that song, produced it, and made it.
You know what? A lot of women have problems expressing their age, especially in this industry. You just turned 40. You don't have no problem saying that. Why is that?
No, I don't have no problem saying that. I'm 21 for the 19th year.
That's right.
No, I'm proud to be 40. I think women that have an issue with saying that are just afraid because in the past, it's like once you hit a certain age, they would kind of like edge you out. But if women realize, and I think that's in any aspect, in any job, you can create opportunities and lanes for yourself. And we're women. We are like, you know, the natural creators. We create humans. I mean, we need male assistance, of course, but still, we carry all the weight. So I think that you should be proud of however old you are. Know that just because you're older or young or whatever doesn't mean that you're any less valuable or more valuable. It's about how much work you put in and what you bring to the table that decides what your value is.
That's right. And my last question, you talked about equal pay last time you was here with Kev. Well, Like a Boss is majority women, so how does that work on a film like
I got paid more than everybody. I made sure of that. I said, y'all pay me like a white man or I can't do this movie. No, I think everyone was paid fairly. I was a producer on it, though, and I put music in there. So, I mean, I think everyone should be paid for what you bring to the table.
Right.
And I'm doing a lot of press for this movie because they did pay me very well.
That's right.
Well, we appreciate you for joining us. The movie, you can go check it out right now.
That's right.
And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. You know, I love
appreciate
coming
you.
home.
She Ready Productions.
That's
Yep,
right.
she ready.
All right. It's Tiffany Haddish. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.